Hey y'all, this is Marley K. Hope y'all are well. I have two stories that I want to share with you today. They are about the beast infrastructure that's being laid. I have to be very selective about what I say because there is a new internet censorship law that I didn't know anything about. I did a video on it and I'm going to have to post that video on Rumble. But going forward, there are going to be some things that I'm not going to be able to talk about on YouTube because YouTube is owned by Google and Google is in charge of global censorship of this new thing that we've been talking about all year. And so they have the power to hide and delete websites if you talk about certain topics. I discussed it in the video that I'm going to post on Rumble. So if you need to know about the new internet censorship that is already started, I think it started on August the 7th, then you'll have to go there. I will put a lead in on YouTube to redirect you to my Rumble channel. My Rumble channel link is in any of my old videos that I've posted. I won't post it in that particular well, I can put a link to my channel, and you just look for the most recent upload. But going forward, I'm not going to be able to talk about certain things because they will just remove it from the internet, hide it all together. So things, I've been telling you this was coming. I expected it. I'm not surprised, but most people are really not aware. And because things are moving so quickly, you don't really have a time. You don't have time to prepare, make moves the way that we need to. So that's why I've been, imploring you. If you find information, download it, print it off, save the page, screenshot it. Do what you got to do because things are moving away. The internet is being censored. And my honest opinion is you can't trust Google as your primary search engine. There are other search engines that you can use, and I will do a video on those. They're different. There are things that we typically don't use, but you're going to have to use something outside of Google. Google has the power and the support of the powers, and so do a lot of the social media platforms. They are all working together collaboratively. So what I'm going to be able to talk to you about on this platform, because it is a Google platform, is going to be limited. So I can talk about a lot of things, but when it talks about the things that matter, the things that play a role in our eternal life, it's going to be difficult to have those conversations. So thankfully, I was able to get a lot out along with the other, a lot of other watchmen. But what we're saying is going to be drastically limited. They're already throttling the views and so on and so forth. If you say certain keywords, they hold that video for like a week or so, and then they'll allow it to get mixed up with other stuff. So there's a concerted effort to suppress truth, and you got to understand that. Even when you're searching, even when you're watching stuff, we're just under constant surveillance, and it's really getting annoying. So the time is coming quickly where we're not going to be able to communicate anymore. So get what you can get while you can. All right, that said, got two stories I want to share with you. Both of them tie into purchasing or buying and selling in the beast system. So this first story is from JP Morgan. JP Morgan did a pilot, or is doing a pilot, for biometrics based payments for merchants. This came out March 23, 2023. It says biometrics payments to bring speed and efficiency benefits to U.S. merchants and their customers as JP Morgan Payments bolsters broader offering to merchants with commerce solutions launch. So JP Morgan will begin piloting biometrics based payments with select retailers in the US. This is the first pilot solution to launch from JP Morgan Payments' new commerce solutions suite of products dedicated to helping merchants adapt to rapidly evolving payments landscape. Listen to this. Its biometrics-based payment pilot includes palm and face identification for payments authentication in store and works on an error capture authenticate pay basis. Global biometric payments are expected to reach 5.8 trillion and 3 billion users by 2026, according to Good Intelligence. Good Intelligence. So this basically means people are going to be forced to use this. If there are 8 billion people on the earth and 3 billion people are going to use this by 2026, that means I'm just guessing either people are going to be forced into it or they're going to voluntarily do it. And when I say forced, it doesn't mean if you don't do this, you're going to go to jail. It's going to be kind of like they did in Kenya or Nigeria with the cell phone SIM cards. You got to link it to something or you're not going to be able to use it. So it's kind of by force, but not force, that kind of thing. They're making it where you don't have any options. If you're going to use this product or you're going to use this service or you're going to store your money here, you have to do this way. This is coming to everybody. So if you're going to participate in this beast system, understand you're not going to be able to escape. That's why all these self-checkouts got these cameras stuck in your face and they're constantly focusing on your face and they're saving your information. You don't have any control over this stored information, where it's going, what they do with it. So it's here. The technology is here. They're just basically saying this is the plan. This is what we're getting ready to do. JP Morgan Payments biometrics pilot offering should allow for fast, secure, and simple checkout experiences for its merchants, customers, delivering a modern payments experience to enhance customer loyalty. This is just doo-doo. It's doo-doo. Just doo-doo. Stupid and doo-doo. As the leading global merchant acquirer, JP Morgan Payments is uniquely positioned to enable this solution to meet shopper expectations without compromising security and reliability. Jean-Marc Thienpont, head of Omni-Channel Solutions, whatever that is, JP Morgan Payments said, at its heart, biometrics-based payments empowers our merchant clients to deliver a better customer payment experience. Like, how is paying with your face or your hand gonna be better? What if your hand don't work? What what happens if you don't have power? Because at the end of the day, all this stuff requires power. You don't have any tangible currency that you can exchange for whatever it is that you're trying to buy at the checkout. But again, they're setting the stage where all these stores are going to have cameras from the time you get to the door to the time you exit. You're not going to be able to go in any place without being monitored. They're getting people accustomed to being in open air prisons, basically. We are a trusted payments provider and financial institution worldwide and fully equipped to manage the highly secure identification points that power biometric solutions. The evolution of a consumer technology has created new expectations for shoppers and merchants, need to be ready to adapt to these new expectations. We don't have no expectations. We didn't have any. I don't have no expectations. They're making me have expectations and horror and trauma, but okay. The first pilots will be run with brick and mortar stores in the US and potentially includes the Formula One Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix, which is planning to be the first Formula One race to pilot biometrics based payments to provide guests with a faster checkout experience. So I don't know if y'all know, Miami is competing to be like the crypto place in America. And so they have a lot of stuff in Miami. They have this huge crypto um, conference every year, and a lot of things are happening tech wise in Miami. I don't know how long Miami is going to be around, when it comes to all the things that are happening with that 2024 map. I don't know if you've had a chance to go look at it, but go look at it. I don't know if Miami's going to even be here, but anyway, a lot of pilots are being run in Miami, and I'm not surprised at all. It's just scary, but you see how they cherry pick these particular events, and people don't really have an issue. I remember they were talking about the biometrics at the basketball stadium in New York a couple of years ago. They rolled out and if I'm not mistaken, the NFL also did this huge uh, rollout of using biometrics at the football stadiums. And people didn't care. People still roll up in there, pay the money for the tickets, and don't even understand that all their facial recognition data is going into this database that's going on servers everywhere to be used at a later date to know who you are, where you are all over the world. So it's crazy how people are so casual, and they're like, well, I didn't do nothing. I don't have anything to be afraid of. Oh, they want you to have that attitude because it allows them to continue to gather all this data, and that when they get ready to roll it out and you figure out what's going on, it's going to be too late. You already be incarcerated in your open air prison. It says, we're delighted to work with JP Morgan Payments for this exciting and innovative technology, said Ramon M. Pineda, VP and Chief Information Officer of Formula One Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix 2023. Formula One prides itself on pioneering solutions and state-of-the-art technology and being able to roll out this new biometrics-based payments scheme. Notice they love to type scheme behind stuff. So it is a scheme. At least they're honest about it. Would enhance the race day experience for our guests, and they will enjoy a new, faster checkout process. You see how they always sell you something, oh, it's gonna be better, it's gonna be faster. It ain't gonna be nothing faster than showing your face, waiting on thing to recognize your face. Our mission at the Miami International Autodrome is to offer our guests a best in class experience. This offering helps us deliver on that commitment. If the pilot stage is successful, a wider rollout would be planned to U.S. merchant clients in 2024. So you see what I'm talking about? This is the first year of the new thing that we can't talk about anymore because Google censors us. All right. So that means things are only going to expand over the next year. And I anticipate by the end of this year and the beginning of next year, things are going to roll out exponentially, which is why we're going to have to go back into the house and be shut up so that they can do like they did with these cell phone towers during the last time we were in the house shut up, because they can accomplish a lot when we're shut up. I have to say that way because you can't say other stuff now because we're censored. All right. How do biometrics payment based I'm sorry, how do biometrics based payments work? After a short customer enrollment process in store, the workflow is see, this ain't even short. So you got to register for this. This is like going to the airport, and you know how the people be calling you from the clear. Hey, you fly often? No, just keep walking. But if you say yes, and then you got to have a conversation, and then they get you to come over, and then you enroll, and then you pay the money, and then the next time you go, it's a fast experience. But the first time you fly of using this thing, it's not, because you got to enroll. So how does this make things faster? At least the time that they try to attract you the first time, it's not going to be faster. It's like those timeshare things. That's what it's like to me. So it says after short customer enrollment process in store, the workflow is cashier scans items or customer uses self-service terminal. That's self-checkout. User scans palm or face. User completes checkout. User gets receipt. The solutions has a benefits for merchants and their customers. For merchants, the key benefits include customer sales and loyalty growth and the removal of friction from merchants' day-to-day processes. So they basically don't want to pay people. So customer service checkouts are going away. You're only going to have those kiosks or self-checkouts in stores. Two, what I see problematic is everybody in the world got at least one twin. So what happens when the computer or AI screws up and uses a face to the wrong face to charge your account? The other thing is, like, they never tell you about the financial stuff. So where the money coming from? It means you got to have something digital that they can access in order for this money to come out of your account when you go scan your stuff and make your purchase. So at the end of the day, this piece is missing is the digital wallet piece. Like, they are not talking about that, because I'm sure there's a digital wallet somehow associated, or app where you can put all your stuff in here and we'll know who you are. So the article is leaving out a lot of detail, especially about that enrollment process, the short customer enrollment process. They're not talking about that, but that's really important. So it says for merchants, the key benefits include customer sales and loyalty growth and the removal of friction from the merchants' day-to-day processes. For the customer, the payments are phone-free, private, secure, fast, and simple. So they're going to get us into this system one way or the other. You may not want to use your phone, but they're going to find a way to get you into the beast infrastructure. So it says new JP Morgan Payments Commerce Solution Strategy. JP Morgan Payments has also launched Commerce Solutions, its next generation suite of payments, infrastructure, and applications. Those are apps that helps merchants accept consumer and B2B, which is business to business, payments across any touch point. The Commerce Solution launch includes new cloud-based, which means your stuff gonna be stored somewhere on the server, infrastructure for JP Morgan Payments' online and in-store payments. APIs allow for new tools for developers and technical buyers to discover and deploy JP Morgan payment solutions. Merchants can struggle to keep up and manage a complex technology ecosystem that includes online payments, in-app payments, social payments. So what is the social payment? I don't know what that is. In-store payments, is that like, so I'm just going back to social payments. Is that like public assistance payments? I don't know. Anyway, in-store payments, digital wallets, and marketplace payments. JP Morgan Payments' commerce solutions will best serve its merchant clients, acting as one front door for the needs of its commerce and e-commerce clients in the evolving payments environment. Whether it be a biometrics solution or better coordination of online and in-store payments, the Commerce Solutions offering can help merchant clients into in and prepare for the future. Takis Georgia Kopoulos, I'm sorry I butchered that name, global head of payments, JP Morgan, said the evolution of consumer technology has created new expectations for shopping and payments. There are more ways to pay than ever before across an increasing number of channels, and consumers continue to adopt tools like digital wallets and biometric payments to simplify their paying experience. So basically, dummies who don't understand what they are getting us all into are voluntarily signing up for these tools, not understanding that their buy-in is helping to get these people to their critical mass point so they can force it on the rest of us or just make it mandatory. So that's kind of what's happening now. JP Morgan is uniquely positioned to revolutionize payments online and in store, and our investments in technology have unlocked new ways for merchants to offer frictionless payments across any touch point. So, touch point is, wherever you meet to exchange your currency. They're trying to fix it so that they don't have to deal with us. Everything is going to technology where cashier, you're not going to be dealing with people in stores. In order for you to get into a store, you're going to have to show your face or use your phone. To get stuff off a shelf, you're going to have to scan. Like I was telling you about the grocery stores that had the little checkout thing where you could scan the barcode. When you go to the checkout, you just scan your phone again, use the QR code, and then you bag your stuff and you leave. It's going to be that type of thing, except for it's going to be with biometrics. It could be with QR codes, but it's going to involve technology. You're going to rarely deal with people in this new thing that's coming online. Our commerce solutions launch positions us perfectly to help our clients prepare and thrive as payments landscape continues to transform. So it's basically telling you things are going to change. Things are going to change. And so, again, it's just something for you to think about as we look at how we're going to not participate in this system, because you're going to be forced into it. When it's time for you to choose or you're forced into it, what are you going to do? And so this is the reason to prepare and try to come out of her now while you still can. Don't wait till last minute. Okay, last story for you is from Chase. And it says, with voice ID, we can verify you by the sound of your voice. And this is what I am afraid of. Over the last couple of weeks, I have been getting strange phone numbers from a lot of different phone numbers that I don't know. And so I won't answer my phone because I'm afraid that these, or if I do answer the phone, I don't say anything. I just am quiet and I wait on the person to say something. If it's not a real person, I don't say anything. If they don't say anything after maybe 3 seconds, I just hang up. But these companies are taking these opportunities to garner, to acquire a database of voices for a lot of different reasons. And so we have to be careful about everything, using our microphones to talk into our phones to ask for stuff. You're giving the phone permission to store your information on a database and use it for whatever nefarious purposes. So the next thing on the horizon is going to be voice identification. So it says, with voice, we can verify you by the sound of your voice. Well, what happens if I'm sick? What happens if my voice changes? What happens if I call early in the morning when I sound not so great, like I sound at lunchtime? What happens? Who knows? Okay, so it says, similar to a fingerprint, Voice ID uses your unique voice print to verify you. So it's easy, fast, and secure. Easier. There's nothing you need to do. We can start creating your voice print the next time you call. Faster. Once your voice print is created, we can quickly verify you and focus on why you called. More secure. Your voice print is created from more than 100 different physical and behavioral characteristics, such as pitch, accent, shape of your voice, shape of your mouth, and your vocal tract as you speak with a customer service representative. So they watch us. It just makes me think of they cloned Tyrone. At this time, Voice ID is available to most customers and will continue to expand across additional products. We are committed to using security features to protect you and your accounts. Please check back for updates.
Your voice is as unique as you are.
Long fly ball to center. We have a beautiful sunny day ahead.
But did you know that it's as unique and secure as a fingerprint? That's why we offer Voice ID. Because your voice is unique, from the way you pronounce words to the physical characteristics that influence your tone and pitch, we can use it to verify you quickly and easily, which means less need for verification questions. And even better, there's nothing you need to do. We can start creating your voice print the next time you call. Voice ID. Just one more way we're keeping your information safe.
All right, people. Well, I will put the link in the description to this product. But I just want to give y'all a heads up about, the infrastructure that's being laid. This stuff is here. If you think that you got 7 years, you are sadly mistaken. If you think you got 3 years, you are sadly mistaken. This thing is coming online so fast, it's making my head spin. But I want to keep my people abreast of what's coming so that you can prepare. If you think you're going to be able to buy and sell without having some part of the mark of this beast system, you are sadly mistaken. If you think you got the mark already, you're sadly mistaken. All these things to get you into the system is going to lead you to this monitoring that I did the other video about, how they're going to monitor you on Mondays to make sure you're not doing anything that they don't want you to do. You're observing the Sunday day of rest instead of the Sabbath day of rest that the Most High commanded of us, keeping it holy. So, understand where we are in the big scheme of things, because we are on a fast track to this decision that every man, woman, and child is going to have to make. Well, I excluded little children, but every man and woman is going to have to make this decision. And for those of us who are preparing and looking and watching it come, you really have to think, how am I going to function in this society if I'm not going to do these things? If I have these options, if I got business with these different entities, what do I do? Well, if you see an entity doing this, you need to move your stuff away from that entity. If you working with a merchant and the merchant is participating in this, you need to stop shopping with that entity. Shop small, because we know small entities are not going to be bothered because it costs too much money. It's cumbersome. You gotta be tech savvy. So you're not going to be bothered with that. Another thing is, as we prepare to come out of this system, you have to think about, when you go to any store that has a self checkout and you don't have an option, should you use it? Because it seems as though when they talk about these biometric things, these are products that these banks use in order to get, so these businesses can get their money from us. So it's an exchange, like they're the middle person. We are on one end, these banks are on in the middle, and the business is on the other end. The business is using this medium or this banking tool to extract our money from us. And we're using this tool when we go into these stores and purchase this stuff. When we stand in front of a self checkout, even if we don't have no choice, say you go to, like, went to Aldi, and Aldi has a bunch of self checkout kiosks, but only maybe one or two lines. And most times you go in there, the lines are not open. Well, if they are open, you go to the lady and you just wait. You are inconvenienced, but you just wait. Or do you go to the checkout line where it's faster? Nobody's there, but your biometric data is being stored every time you stand in front of that camera. It's watching you the entire time. It's watching every facial expression. It sees what you have on that day. It's recognizing your complexion. If you're talking, there's a microphone. It is listening to you. What do you do? So I'm just throwing this stuff out here. I don't necessarily have a solution, because most places, like I live in a rural place, and a lot of businesses have gone to majority self checkout. So you're very limited in what you can do. And, like, even if you have to run in Walmart and get something, which I rarely do, but every now and then I do, I will go to the cashier line. I'll wait. But I have had to use the self checkout because there were no cashiers available, and I hate it because I feel like I'm in prison. I'm being watched constantly, and without my permission. I don't want to be watched. I don't want my data used. And I meant to tell you, there are ways for you to have your data removed. You have to go to these store websites and tell them don't use it. You have to opt out of it. But I mean, why should we have to do all that? So anyway, in any event, all of our information is being stored. And so when they put up all these cameras in these 15-minute cities and they're monitoring us going back and forth, we're already going to be in a database because they've been collecting this data for a long time in a variety of ways that we didn't really have any control over. So understand that opting out is going to be imperative. You're going to have to make a choice. And the time to make that choice is coming real soon. So you better be thinking about it. And you better think about it long and hard. And you better think about it quickly. Because these people are making moves. They're making money moves. Like Cardi B said, they're making money moves. They're making money moves. And people who don't think about it are going to be caught off guard and unaware. People who haven't been preparing to be without and change and live primitively are going to be caught off guard and unaware, and the choice is going to be easy for them to go into this system, but they don't understand the monitoring that is going to come with that decision. And so I want to just put it out there. I did the other video about the National Sunday Law in Germany and the monitoring of the businesses and what people do on Sundays and how the neighbors are going to be policing you. Look, this is about to get real. Continue to prep, continue to pray, continue to seek the Most High, continue to repent for your sins of commission and sins of omission. Continue to try to learn as much as you can because the internet is being censored. And the hour is coming where we're not going to be able to speak. But I want you to get as much as you can while you can. So that's all I got. This is Marla K. Links to these products will be in the description. Make sure you subscribe to my Rumble and Odyssey channels. In the event that this channel goes down, it's probably going to go down. I'm going to just tell you because I got stuff on here that is now considered things that can make my channel invisible, or I can be disappeared from the web. So in order for you to follow up with what I'm doing, you will have to go to a platform that's not owned by these big social media companies. And the way that these social media companies are snapping up stuff, I don't even know if that's going to work. Even if you get your own website, I have my own website, they can make it so that people can't find it. So at this point, it's to me futile to continue to fight with these people and waste my money. They can do all these things, continue to be an obstacle. People who want to know are trying to find out. The best way for us to communicate once all these things start happening is to communicate with people locally. The time for us to speak with people all over the globe is going away quickly. And the silencing has begun. You gotta get what you can get while you can get it. Get understanding, get wisdom, get knowledge now. The time is coming where you're not going to be able to talk. And I don't know if people really understand how quickly things are moving, but things are moving so quickly. It is scary. So just understand the B system is moving like a train at high speed, and most people don't know. We're all going to have to make a decision. And if you're a believer and you've read the book of Revelations, you already know what you can and cannot do. Hopefully, you're trying to go the narrow path. And that means it's going to be some discomfort and inconveniences. But we've already been told that is our plight, and we should have peace with that. But if you don't have peace with it, you better get it quickly because the beast ain't playing with us. That's all I got. All right, love y'all. Do what you got to do to get ready because next year, the end of this year and next year is going to be a lot of change. You're going to see a lot of changes in stores. You're going to go to a store one week, you're going to come back the next week, things have changed. You already see it happening in stores like Walmart and Starbucks, just different stores, even Home Depot, Lowe's. Things are changing. They're going to continue to change because this society is moving away from a society that is concerned with people to a tech-driven technocracy where we're going to be policed 24 hours, 7 days a week, and technology is going to be snitching on us. So people are going to have to decide how they're going to live and go without in order to avoid being sealed, not sealed, but receiving the mark of the beast. A lot of stuff is coming, y'all. I can't even talk about all the stuff that's coming. I just can't tell y'all, but a lot of stuff is coming, and it's bad. This is the time of judgment, and you should be trying to live right, live holy, and prepare your minds for what's coming on this earth. That's all I can say. It's sad, but that's all I can say. So I'll figure out how I can say the things that I need to say on Rumble, but just understand I'm not gonna be able to talk to y'all, not on YouTube anyway. So if you like me and like the type of content that I produce, you need to go to Rumble, because there are topics that we are not gonna be able to talk about anymore, and I will do a video on those topics, and then you are going to have to be a responsible adult and get information the way that adults get it. If you want to know, you'll go to another platform and get it. If you want to be lied to and propagandized and fed information, then you'll be here and you'll be getting less information, but you won't know it because you won't know about the new internet censorship that is happening. All right, y'all. This is Marley K. Love y'all, and I am out.